icebergs, they're treasures. Treasures of the sea. My father was a fisherman, and most of his brothers and his father before that. I've been banging around with icebergs now ever since I was about 6 years old. So I was amazed then at icebergs, and I'm still amazed. There's a picture of the boys harvesting ice with a net, and it's sitting in the Cowboy Hall of Fame down in Texas.
I'm getting ready to lasso an iceberg. Should be fun.
We get these film crews now, like they come from farther away every year. Last summer we had an Australian crew here. We get 2 or 3 French groups every year, and probably a German one. We've got some more Australians coming now in June of this year. How long have you been at it? How you got at it in the first place? How dangerous it is, and how much ice do you get every year? That's basically all the questions. You got to abide by so many rules. You got to send in a report with your tonnage, and they don't want no explosives. We got to harvest ice with a tax on us. Iceberg tax, yeah. Some people still don't believe that we really use iceberg water, but we got to convince them that it's really iceberg water, and it's a good product. There's no mistake about it.
I like to say we have the whales and the icebergs and all kinds of nice birds, but we have special places, wide open spaces, and people with smiles on their faces. We're involved in many types of adventures, but the divers are very unique, special people, and you call them a buddy, I guess, for a reason, because instantly, once you share that experience with them, you become buddies.
I can't believe you got such a scruff on you when you're getting in the pictures.
It's my new look.
Oh, God.
Once you slip under the waves, even those small diveable icebergs that we dive on, they're massive underwater, massive. And you go down and you just feel so small, you know, and you got these walls of ice and the sounds. It's not the same as diving on a reef or diving with whales or diving with, shipwrecks. It's something that is very, very unique, and there's not many people doing it in the world. It's a special feeling, and we keep on doing it over and over and over again. And so if it wasn't that interesting, we wouldn't be going back. That was awesome! As good as it gets!
I like the silence of traveling by kayak. There's no motor, there's no noise, and when you get out so far, you can't hear traffic either. I don't necessarily do it for the money. I do it for the experience and the opportunity to share with other people. It's not until you paddle up to it and you've really got to look up at those pinnacles and realize just how small you are compared to this huge chunk of ice. Hearing those small little clicks and pops that are happening, and you really get the sense that the iceberg is kind of alive. That's definitely what I love sharing with people, is just that moment of, okay, this is peaceful.
We are upstairs at the iceberg shop. I fold and fold and fold, and every time I have customers, I fold some more. This is the new children's book by Don Baker, and it's featuring Iceberg Man tours. As you can see, there's Cecil's boat on the cover. Cecil started iceberg touring in the province
There's some truth to this. All truth, actually. And everybody knows who I am, basically, Iceberg Man Tours. I'm recognized as the first iceberg tourism venture in 20 The people of 20 smart people, hardworking people, happy people, and they feel proud of their community. Once I get out there, I try to identify how an iceberg shapes itself, the life of an iceberg, process it goes through, the two break down to nothing, and the beauty that comes from that breakdown. Tourism industry and changing that is so much growth. I don't know the new people that are taking over, but there's a lot of busy boats out here. My stay is only a short while, and my community is going to be here a lot longer.
Come on in. Want to see icebergs? I'll show you pictures of icebergs. Pictures of icebergs. Every year I do Christmas cards. I send all over to the world. They've gone to New Guinea, Austria, Ireland, Trinidad, lots of different states, Scotland, England, Switzerland, Holland, several other countries. I usually send about 250 cards because every iceberg to me was kind of special. Some people like taking pictures of flowers and birds and all this stuff, but my passion is icebergs. See the blue streak there? And on the back then I wrote, the bluish streaks of clear bubble-free ice often seen in icebergs result from the refreezing of meltwater. The ice is blue because of the natural light scattering characteristics of pure ice. This is interesting. And this is my husband taking the model out in his boat. The funny part about this was they thought that they could shoot model on the iceberg. And obviously you do not. You do not get on an iceberg.
I'm Kevin, I'm French. I've been climbing for years now, and coming to Newfoundland, there was like an opportunity for me to climb ice, and I started like ice climbing on like frozen waterfall first. The next step was to like try to climb an iceberg, which looked like a fun idea. There's not even just climbing. You first have to kayak or like take a boat to get there. Then you climb, then you get to the top of the iceberg. You do not stay too long. You don't want to stay too long because you never know what could happen. And then you jump back down in the water. So you even have the jump. There is a fun part of climbing an iceberg. People will say that it is dumb to climb iceberg, but I don't think it's worth not doing what you love and are passionate about just to stay safe. It is something exceptional to climb, that there's not a lot of places where you can do it. And for my studies, I'm doing a PhD in glaciers and ice sheets. So people think that I know a lot about ice and icebergs and everything, and that's so I can like be safe about it, but I guess I'm enough in the field to know that nobody knows anything about icebergs. Climbing, like scuba diving, it's better to not do it alone, because like if you die, you may not want to die alone, so it may be nice to be with a good friend.
Me and Rick been doing this for a long time, and he's a great mentor, that's for sure.
Thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'll never stop. I'll never get tired of it. I just, love it too much. Yeah, people think I'm a little bit nuts. I'm not fully nuts. But I'm a grandfather now, So I should be being a little less crazy. I want my grandson to be following in my footsteps.
For me to kind of take off and go somewhere else on the next adventure is kind of always in the back of my mind, but Newfoundland keeps offering up opportunities that are too good to pass up. So here I am, paddling with icebergs, swimming with whales.
Cecil's only young and he's full of energy. When he gets tired, we'll probably give it up.
I hope that somebody sits up there in my spot and they continue to work my legacy and to be their legacy and Twinagate's legacy, because tourism in Twinagate began right there. When I look back onto it,
treasures up to sea. A falling leaf. They're going to die, so we're trying to take advantage of it before they melt and go back into the salt water and back to Mother Nature. So that's what we're doing with the icebergs here in Newfoundland.
With the rumble and the roll, a crack and a roar, the sound of thunder up and down the shore. No need to run for shelter, the sound that you hear, the founder of an iceberg, it happens every year. Was born far away on Greenland's icy shores, and it's lived 10,000 years or more, sailing on his journey to our island's rugged coast. His image is changed by the waves and the rocks.